Alright, it's 6:56 in the morning, July 15, 2026. On October 6th, October 7th, and October 8th of 2023, I recorded a total of 8 videos. And I never uploaded those videos on the internet. I had them on my Google Photos, but a lot of people has hacked into my Google Photos and they edited my videos to say things that I never said before. So what they do is they'll record how my voice sounds, they'll record my accent, and then they'll go into a video and they'll switch up everything that I'm saying. And they'll make me say things I never said before, but they would not upload these videos on the internet because they know that that could be a lawsuit, or they know that they could end up in jail. So what they would do is they'll pass the videos and pictures around to other people, and they will make up lies about me. So they'll try to make it look like I'm telling on myself and saying something about myself that's not true, right? So October 6th, October 7th, October 8th of 2023, like I said, I recorded a total of 8 videos. Those videos altogether was probably like 5 hours long, probably even more than that. And I was talking about a lot of stuff that I've been through in my life. I talked about when I was 23 years old, 22 years old, when I was 18 years old, and this one lady, I think some lady at Baker College in Owasso, Michigan, lied on me in the year of 2008. I talked about how this one white lady took her clothes off right in front of me when I was living in a house right across the street from Baker College in Owasso, Michigan. And I just looked the other way and chose not to even try to engage in sex with that lady, because that was the last night that I lived in the house that was across the street from Baker College in Owasso, Michigan. That was after I got kicked out the residence halls, and then I moved across the street in a house with these white ladies. And this one lady took her clothes off like on the very last night. You know what I'm saying? Right in front of me. But I didn't do anything. I just looked the other way because I was mad that they told me that I had to get out because I had too many people in the house. I also talked about how this one lady scared me when I went and got tested for STDs. And this is when I went to a building called Herman Kiefer. I gave a whole rundown of when this was in like October of 2012. I had got burnt. I had got caught gonorrhea from this lady that gave me oral sex. And I thought it was this lady named Kiki, because after I got burnt, I called her up and I said, I think you burned me, and that's the reason why I ain't been coming around you lately. You know what I'm saying? That's the reason why I ain't been coming around your place or nothing like that. And I told her, like, you need to get, you should go get tested just to stay on the safe side. She told me, like, no, I ain't burning nothing. I'm like, how would you know? You know what I'm saying? You ain't even got tested or nothing. I said, I think you burned me, meaning I think she gave me chlamydia or gonorrhea or something like that. She went and got tested, and she told me later on that night that she everything came out negative and stuff like that. So no, she went and got tested that day, and I think she told me like either that night or like a couple of days later that everything came out negative. I didn't even know it came back that fast, but she told me that everything came back negative. But what I did was I went to this building called Herman Kiefer after I went to 2 different emergency room visits. So when I first got burnt, right, my penis felt like real sensitive, and I went to Sinai Grace Hospital first. No, I went to Detroit Receiving Hospital first. They gave me a shot, and I still feel like I was burning. And then after they gave me a shot, like a week later, I went to Sinai Grace. The first time I got a shot. The second time I got antibiotics. And I was drunk on both of them times. When I went and got that shot, I was drunk. I was very drunk. When I went and got them antibiotics, I was drunk. I took antibiotics for like a week, and I feel like I was still burning. And then I went to this building called Herman Kiefer in Detroit, Michigan. But they closed that building down. And this time I went in there sober. And not only did I go in there sober, but I also got tested for everything. You know what I'm saying? All STDs and everything. So at Herman Kiefer, you get tested and they give you your results in the same day. I got there early in the morning, and I left probably around like 5 p.m. or 6 p.m. I don't remember what time I left, but I know it was like later. It was it was afternoon or sometime in the evening or something like that. And I still to this day talked about how the lady who was the lady who basically like get the test and reveal to people if they tested negative for something or positive for something. When I walked inside of this lady's office, the first thing she said was, "What do you know about HIV?" And I got scared because she had the folder open when I first walked in, and she closed it. When I walked in the room, she closed the folder, and she was like, "What do you know about HIV?" And now I'm scared because I'm like, "Why you close the folder?" And I'm like, it's a disease. You know, what's in that folder? And she like, do you know how you can get it? And I'm like, yeah, semen, vaginal fluid, and blood. And she said, oh, yeah, also breast milk. And I'm like, oh, okay, I didn't know that. And I know if somebody got like a cutter name up, you can get it also. So she was like, also breast milk. And I'm like, oh, I never knew that. You know what I'm saying? And then she was like, who would you ever tell if you caught HIV/AIDS? I was like, I don't know. I got tears in my eyes at this point. And then she opened up the folder and she said it came out negative. All of it came out negative. I talked about this on October 6th, October 7th, October 8th of 2023. I had recorded a total of 8 videos on my cell phone, but I never uploaded these videos on the internet. But other people around St. George, South Carolina, other people in my family was hacking in my phone so bad. They was going through all my Google photos so bad. They had a whole team of people hacking in my phone. They even had ladies around St. George, or some of the ladies around St. George was giving my videos to gay men. I never gave access to anyone to my Gmail accounts. I never gave access to anyone of my media library. I never done that. Nobody should have access to any of my Google accounts. But what a lot of people did for a long time is go into my accounts, edit my videos, and then make me say stuff that I never said before. And then they thought that if they could just keep me in the blind and keep me constricted from being around social media in the real internet world by putting a block on my phone, that I wouldn't be able to tell and I wouldn't be able to see that I'm being lied on and I'm being framed. So if somebody went back into that video and then tried to make it look like that I tested positive for something, I am being lied on, I'm being framed. That lady at that Herman Kiefer building gave me my test results for HIV. I had tested negative for HIV. I caught gonorrhea, though. I got burnt. You know what I'm saying? I caught gonorrhea and chlamydia. I got burnt. So they gave me a shot and they gave me pills for gonorrhea, but I tested negative for all sexually transmitted diseases. This was in like October, November time of 2012, yo. This was probably like 3 weeks before Thanksgiving or something like that. I remember all of this. And after I tested negative, I told the lady, you had me terrified, woman, because the way she did it was when I walked into that office, she had the folder open when I walked in. And then she said, have a seat. And she closed the folder. And she started asking me, like, what do you know about HIV? She started basically educating me or trying to see how educated I was on it. And that's what scared me. And when I told her, you had me terrified, woman, after she revealed to me that all of my results was negative, she said, I know I did. And she told me, here's my card and give me a call if anybody else want to go get tested. You know what I'm saying? I forgot the lady's name, but she was chubby. She was caramel skin. She was kind of short. She was an HIV/AIDS counselor. I tested negative for all sexually transmitted disease. I ain't never in my life tested positive for HIV/AIDS. Never in my life, yo. Never in my life. And I said this before, I say it again. I can go back on all of my test results, and it's going to be just that. So that lady that worked at that Herman Kiefer, I can find a way to reach out to her one of these days, and she probably still remembered me too. So the reason why I'm talking about this is because I think somebody recently uploaded them videos that I had on my phone. And the reason why, if anybody want to ask why, if anybody want to know why, the reason why I got a lot of videos on my phone that I never uploaded on the internet is because I used to treat my phone, and I still do, a lot of times treat my phone like a journal, meaning that I do not upload pictures of certain videos on the internet. But a quick example, yesterday, I reached out and made a report because I said on July 13th, I woke up and I felt like I was being photographed or something like that. I'm not certain, but around 8:04 in the morning, I woke up and my back was turned, but I felt like I was being photographed. The only person that was in this duplex with me was my mom. You know what I'm saying? So I didn't put on the whole report that I think my mom been cloned and stuff, but I just put that on there. And then after that, I recorded a video talking about that. I talked about some of that on live, but I also got videos on my phone that I never uploaded on the internet because sometimes I treat my phone like a journal. That's it, like a journal. So I'll talk about how my day went, but sometimes I don't upload videos on my phone. What a lot of people has done is completely illegally hack and harass my life, my phone, my whole personal my personal privacy, and that happened to me when I was in Los Angeles, California. I'll never fucking forget what I'm about to explain. I remember I'm at the Testimony House of Love shelter one day. One lady is talking to a couple of her family members, and I heard her say, "You better watch your mouth," talking all that shit. "You better watch your mouth," and she was directing it right toward me. And the lady that was saying that, she lived at the Testimonial shelter. She had a lot of family members that also lived there. So earlier, the day before that, I was walking through downtown LA recording a video on my iPhone 13 at the time. And I was just talking about the weird stuff that's going on at the Testimony House of Love shelter over on Slauson and Westwood in Los Angeles, California. This is in like early August of 2024, I believe. So the next day when that lady was talking like that, I personally truly believe that what they did was hack into my phone and then pull out my videos and put them up on Snapchat somewhere and framed and sabotage me. When I went to the Dignity Health Emergency Room Hospital in Los Angeles, California on August 2nd, 2024, I was talking about one lady in there that I said looked kind of attractive and stuff like that. I never uploaded that video on the internet. But a long time ago, people that I was related to, I believe, some of my family members in South Carolina, reached out to some judge that was moving in a crooked way, and they maintained some type of a lie to basically have some type of an approval to have a hack over my phone, and they covered up that word hack with the word surveillance and tried to make it look like that I needed to be monitored because they tried to possibly make it look like that I was a hazard to myself or someone else. And what that resulted in was a lot of people hacking in my phone saying, well, we can just prolong this and we can keep this going and keep making a mockery of this guy. So I'm going to say again, October 6th, October 7th, October 8th of 2023, I recorded a total of 8 videos on my phone, and I treated my phone like a journal in those 3 days. And I was just talking about a lot of stuff I've been through in my life and I've been through in the past. And I specified how I went to a building called Herman Kiefer after I went to the emergency room 2 different times in a matter of like 2.5 weeks. And I said that I got burnt, meaning like this one lady gave me like gonorrhea. It was like super gonorrhea or something like that. The reason why I call it super gonorrhea, the reason why other people call it that is because that's basically when you get burnt by somebody and then you go you go get a shot or you take the pills and you still be burning. But I was drunk on both of them times that I went to the emergency room. I went to Detroit Receiving Hospital first, and then like a week later, I went to Sinai Grace Hospital. And then after that, I said, yo, I still feel like sensitive, and my penis feel kind of sensitive. So I said, okay, I'm going to this building called Herman Kiefer, and I went there sober. And when I went there sober, I got tested for everything. And I had gonorrhea. The lady told me that I had gonorrhea, and she gave me a shot and antibiotics on that day. You know what I'm saying? But I tested negative for all sexually transmitted diseases. So I caught an infection, but I caught gonorrhea, but I tested negative for all sexually transmitted diseases. And I talked about all of this on October 6th, October 7th, and October 8th of 2023. So if somebody has recently went into that video and then edited it to say something differently, that means I've been lied on, I've been framed. And this is what a lot of people that I've been related to for a long time has been doing. That they'll go into my video and then they'll probably take a video and then make up some lie, try to make it look like I got a disease or I caught a disease back in the day. And then they'll put that up on the internet and then they'll go behind my back and start up some GoFundMe for themselves. This is why I talked about in the year of 2023. It was people sending me messages on Snapchat right after I got fired from the Walmart distribution center in Ridgeville, South Carolina. And people were sending me messages in February of 2023 asking me, what is your Cash App? What's your Cash App? And I was like, I'm not giving you my Cash App. I don't know you. And the disrespect that I dealt with and put up with when I was at that job, grown-ass men walking around acting like they on the block, knowing damn well they not even living like that. Grown-ass women walking around acting like some little-ass girl in motherfucking high school or something like that, making up lies about me, playing gossip sessions and stuff like that. I was like, no, I'm not giving anybody my Snapchat account. I mean, not Snapchat. I'm not giving anybody my Cash App. But someone else, I believe, went into my account and then gave them a Cash App and then robbed me. And I think other people came together and gave some money out to me, and somebody else went into my account and robbed me, yo. And I think that also happened when I was living in Los Angeles, California. That's why I said a long time ago, if somebody sent me anything when I was living in Los Angeles, California, I never received shit. But a whole bunch of people was moving in an organized way that was Masons and Eastern Stars giving specific instructions to gang members that was walking around in that shelter, all those shelters that I was at. LA Mission, Tiny Home Shelter, Testimonial Shelter. And they were taking instructions to frame me, hack my phone, lie on me, defame me. And they probably depicted me to look like that I took money from somebody and then played somebody. I never received shit from anybody. So if anybody ever tried to send me something and then somebody else took that and possibly tried to make it look like that I'm scamming somebody, that person tricked you, framed me, sabotaged me, and brainwashed you to believe some bullshit. And this is why I said a long time ago, if you want to talk to me in person. Because for a long time now, there's been a hack over my phone. So whoever gave some type of an approval to depict me to look like I was mentally retarded so somebody else can maintain a hack over my phone, then they give some bullshit ass excuse and say, oh, he's being under watch. He's under surveillance watch. No, that is a bullshit lie. Whoever gave some type of an approval to hack my phone, know that I'm not under some surveillance watch. What's going on is an alert goes to other people's cell phones and tablets and laptops when the moment I start recording the video, and then they start putting their personal edits on that. They start putting their personal spins on that, and then they start editing the things that I'm saying with voice recognition. And this is why, and this is also how, for a very long time now, I've been framed and lied on and defamed, yo. And nobody ever did anything about it. So I'm going to say one more time, I never tested positive for a sexually transmitted disease ever. So if somebody went into that video that I deleted up out of my media library back onto October 6th, 7th, and 8th of 2023, when I recorded a total of 8 videos when I was just talking to my cell phone like I was venting. You know what I'm saying? Treating my cell phone like a journal. I talked about how I tested negative for HIV/AIDS. I talked about how I did not test positive for HIV/AIDS. I talked about how I caught gonorrhea from this one lady that I was messing with, and I got tested for everything. And the one lady had me scared before she revealed my results, because the way she had them sitting on the table, she was acting like that I had a disease. I tested negative. I tested negative for all sexually transmitted diseases, and I tested positive for like gonorrhea and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? So I'm letting this be known now. I'm about to put this up on the internet. I'm live on Facebook at 7:13 in the morning. It's July 15, 2026. And for a long time now, this is something that I've been dealing with. This is a lie that's been inflicted on my name. People been trying to... This is why people been hacking my phone for a long time now. Because they watch videos that I record when I treat my phone like a journal. And then they go back in the videos after I delete them. And they say, okay, he deleted that video. We can go back in this video and we can edit this video up now. So they would take an app that mimic my voice. And then they'll start typing. You know what I'm saying? And then they would change up the stuff that I'm saying using artificial intelligence to do it. This has happened to me before, yo. So I'm going to say again, if anybody has sent anything out to me when I was in California, I never received anything. If anybody ever sent anything to me when I was living in St. George, South Carolina, I never received anything. If anybody sent anything to me since I've been living in Bonita Springs, Florida, I never received anything. If anybody sent anything to me when I was in Michigan from June 10, 2025 to October 1st, 2025, I never received anything. If somebody in my family duplicating Cash App accounts, trying to make a mockery of me, trying to make me look mentally retarded, accumulate money off of slandering and scandalizing my name, and then keeping me completely in the fucking blind. I'm not lying about this shit, yo. Right after February 2026, all of a sudden, my mom come in with clothes and stuff, and I let it be known my mother been cloned. She's been cloned, meaning somebody cloned her in a facility somewhere and gave her clone specific instructions. Whatever happened to my mother or my original mother, I think somebody took her life in California, yo. But they was protected by Masons and Eastern Stars. They were protected by gang members. You don't have to be a Mason to know that this kind of stuff exists in the world, because there's more gang members that know about this than Masons and Eastern Stars know about this, yo. And you don't have to be in a gang to know this. I'm going to say again, you do not have to join a gang to know this. So my advice to anybody is, be yourself. Don't wait till you 40 plus years old trying to join a gang. Because this dude's walking around with PhDs joining gangs. Don't even know what they're getting a part of. So I'm going to say one more time. I can go all the way back through all my records since I was 18 years old. All the way back. I never tested positive for HIV, AIDS, or any other sexually transmitted disease. I did catch gonorrhea in the past and chlamydia, and all of that is on medical file. All of that is on medical record. So if somebody went into a video and edited a video and then tried to switch it up and try to make it look like that I said that I caught something, I'm being lied on, I'm being framed. And for the 10,000th time, to all the dumbasses out there who still watching videos, playing some stupid ass game on the internet, talk to me in person. If you think you ever in your life been talking back and forth with me, talk to me in person, because my phone has had a hack on it for a very long time, yo. Meaning, when somebody reach out to me and send me a request, a friend request or anything, it does not register to my phone that somebody sent me a friend request or a message or anything like that. They managing and monitoring a hack on my phone, and they blocking my phone away from being heard because they do not want the truth to come out about how I've been wronged by the judicial system. My phone being, I see right now a little red dot blinking around where the camera area is at, yo. You know what I'm saying? It's like 3 cameras on this iPhone 15 that I'm recording on right now. This iPhone 15 is turned off by Verizon, but I still use the internet on it. So I'm connected to the Wi-Fi right now. On the right side, the camera is like right here, but on the left side, it's another camera over here. And I see a little red, simmering, stagnant dot that's just sitting there. That means my phone being hacked right now. And there's somebody who got a notification on their phone, monitoring and watching every damn thing that I'm saying. Every time I'm done recording the video and I upload a video on the internet, I'll be making the craziest looking belligerent face on my cover picture. You know what I'm saying? You ever put up a video up on YouTube and then you look at the cover title picture, you know what I'm saying, that be on YouTube? I'll be making the craziest looking face, and I always got to go back and edit it because somebody has an automatic hack on my phone to where they're trying to make it look like I'm crazy or mentally ill, or they just make me, they will literally prompt my face to be making the most crazy feminine face. This is why every time I'm done recording the video, it always registers on Facebook when we got my mouth wide open, or I'll be looking like my lips puckered up. I don't be making them crazy belligerent looking faces. But a lot of people has been hacking my phone for a long time, yo. So, again, after that lady revealed them test results to me back in the day, she gave me her card, and she told me, yeah, call me up if anybody else want to come and get tested and stuff like that. That's why when this one dumbass girl who stole that cab back in the day that I was talking to, she stole my wallet and she found a card in there. And they show you how shiesty her mom was too. Because her mom called me up and was like, I see an HIV AIDS card in your wallet. Should I be worried? She called me up in the summertime of 2013 telling me that because I messed with her daughter the night before. And the last thing I remember was laying back on the bed and passing out. Woke up to the cab gone. Went back around Puritan and Livernois area. Like, where the fuck is your daughter at, yo? I didn't cuss at her, but I just said, your daughter stole my car or my cab. Even the lady's sister was in the room, was like, how you let her get your keys, man? That means she already knew that her sister was grimy. That means she already knew that she'd be stealing. The night before, that girl told me her boyfriend gave her $500 and she don't got it no more. She kept saying that my boyfriend gave me $500 and I don't got it no more. My boyfriend gave me $500 and I don't got it no more. Then I get a phone call after I leave from her house. After I told her mom that she stole the cab, I get a phone call like a few hours later, like, you can get the car from my mama's house. I lit it at my mama's house. And then she got off the phone. I go back to her mom's place, like, where the cab at? She's like, it's around the corner. That show you how shicey they was. Then I went around the corner. It wasn't around the corner. I walked across Livernois. I'm on Puritan. I walked across Livernois. It was the first street that was across Livernois, yo, on Puritan. It was the first side street once you cross Livernois. The cab, I looked down the street, the cab sitting in front of a bando. And it wasn't the type of bando that was like, had boarded up house, had boards and stuff on it. Somebody was living in there, because when I walked up to the cab, I heard like footsteps inside the house. So people was watching me. People was looking out the window watching me. This was in the summertime of 2013, yo. And then I say like a day or two later, her mama called me up. It was like, I found a HIV/AIDS counselor card in your wallet. Should I be worried? Should I be worried? Because she was asking if I basically like engaged in sex with her daughter, and she was like, should I be worried? I was like, no, you can call that lady up. That lady's an HIV/AIDS counselor at Herman Kiefer. I tested negative for HIV/AIDS back in November 2012. I was telling her this in the summertime of 2013. Last thing I remember was laying back on the bed and passing out. And I remember telling Cameron Anderson about this because his old neighborhood was around Puritan over there. And him and his girl, Cameron and his girl kept saying, that's what's her name, that's what's her name, that's what's her name. Because when I said what street she stayed on, they was like, yeah, that's what's her name. I forgot the girl name. I know she was like dark skinned. So I truly believe that people has went into my videos from the past, and then they practically, what they did is they edited them videos to probably make it look like I said stuff that I never said before. This is why people has tried to maintain control over me by hacking in my phone and then prompting my phone to say that I don't have enough storage. So I will be recording the video, right? And it will say your storage is full. My storage don't be nowhere near full. But they just know that I'm going to end up deleting the video to basically restore my, so I could be able to record a video for about 30 minutes. I got like 5 hours of recording time in my phone right now because they recently removed the hack that was on my phone. So whoever was hacking my phone between, March 2025 all the way up until right now, I think it was somebody that was working in that Verizon store in Wilshire in Los Angeles, California, yo. And I also believe it was somebody, I think it was, I went to that one lady house in February 7, 2026, and let her, I asked to use this lady Wi-Fi password. That lady went in the back for like 5 minutes with my phone. I think that lady put some hack on my phone. That hack got all of a sudden removed by June 13, 2026, when I made a report to the cyber hacking agency when I was in the hospital at the Sterile Coconut Point Hospital, yo. So what people has done is they said, okay, you go walk around and say that you know your phone being hacked. You go say that every single time you record a video, your phone stop while you in mid-sentence and say that you got to basically clear out storage. But I bet you clear out storage. I bet you delete that video. So then I record a video that's like 30 minutes long, and then I'll delete it so I can record more time. After I delete it, somebody else hacks my phone, and then they edit that video to make me say things that I'm not saying. And then they publicize them videos on the internet that I'm not present on. And then they try to make me look mentally retarded. Then somebody else come forth and try to accumulate money off of a lie that they inflicted on me by hacking my phone with voice recognition, switching up the things that I'm saying with artificial intelligence, and then convincing the whole world that I'm walking around with some type of retarded ass mental problem or something like that. Or they'll try to make everybody believe that I'm walking around with some secret, deep, hurtful, painful confession or something like that. This is how I've been framed in the past, yo. I'm not lying. I'm not exaggerating. So if it's somebody that got some video of me saying that I caught HIV/AIDS ever, I've been lied on, I've been framed, and yes, I can sue for this. From January all the way to June, I reached out to the police. My phone is just paused right now. My phone just paused, literally just paused. I wish that I could have caught that on video. I reached out to the police from January all the way to June of 2026, and I kept saying, my phone is hacked, my phone is hacked, my phone is hacked. They actually pulled up on me, mainly specifically from February, March, April, May time, and they literally saw me showing them on my phone, hey, look how my phone is hacked, man. Look at my phone right here. Look how it's hacked. Don't you see the phone glitching? You know what I'm saying? It's glitching right now. I'll try to check my emails, and it won't let me check my email. The screen will exit out, and they'll just look at my phone and say, there's nothing we can do. And I'm like, yo, my phone is hacked. It's people hacking in my phone around here. So I'm going to say one more time. If somebody is trying to depict me to look like that I caught HIV/AIDS ever, I'm being lied on, I'm being framed. I never even said that I had some shit like that. Never, 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 ever. And that lady that stole that cab back in the summertime of 2013, yo, I ain't never messed with that lady again after that. Never. I'm going to say again, I never messed with her again after that day. So, I'm about to get off this phone at 7:25 in the morning. It's July 15, 2026. My advice, again, to everybody is talk to me in person, yo. If you want to talk to me in person. Because for a long time now, I've been getting completely harassed and stalked, gang stalked, and terrorized by Masons and Eastern Stars, yo. When you hack somebody's phone and then you make up a lie about them, and make it look like somebody is saying something that they are not saying, and then you upload that on the internet, and then you present that same exact footage to somebody that's working for some mental health crisis agency or something like that, and then they take that video that's been hacked with voice recognition, presented to a courtroom, and then they use that to frame me. And then they also put a constriction over my phone to the point where I can't even be heard by the public. And then when other people send me friend requests, I don't even receive it because it don't register to my phone because there's somebody hacking in my phone. They have an alert to everything that's happening on my phone, all of the activity on my phone. The moment I record a video, it's somebody watching. So when somebody send me a friend request, it don't go to me on Facebook. If somebody messaged me on Instagram, it don't go to me. That's why I said if any female celebrity ever in their life reached out to me, I never got the message. It's a lot of people lying on my image and trying to frame and sabotage me. That's why I said, talk to me in person, yo. If you think you ever talked to me, you never have. I've sent out certain messages to certain celebrities, but it was never a response from any of them. That's why I said, talk to me in person if you want to talk to me. Because if you reach out to me and try to make a phone call, a bunch of people in the gang is going to be hacking my phone, and there's going to be a whole bunch of other people that's in a higher above position than them, probably working in some white-collar job, working in some branch of a job somewhere, with a high position that's probably of some cyber hacking agency, and they're going to be maintaining the hack over my phone. So every time I reach out and let it be known my phone is hacked, they look through the whole file of mine, they check that shit, and then they throw it in the back of the drawer or something, and they tell everybody in their job, they tell everybody that's in the same exact section as that they working in, do not help that man Alvin out right there. When he reach out and let it be known his phone is hacked, ignore him. It makes some pact with somebody that's a part of some fraternity or brotherhood or cult or gang, and then they say, do not help that person out. It's a lot of people that's in gangs that's in the police too, yo. It is. Anybody ever seen that movie The Departed? It's a lot of people that's in gangs now that's police officers. They ain't gonna tell you that, but that's what's happening. I never joined a gang before. I never joined a brotherhood or anything. I just wanted to let this be known. God bless to everybody, yo. Somebody please let me know if anything that I just said has been contradicted. If it's some video of me going around of me saying that I got HIV, AIDS or something, somebody let me know as soon as possible, because that means I've been framed, I've been lied on, and people probably took some video, try to make somebody else accumulate pity for me, falsified pity, and then used me to accumulate money. That's why I said right after February of 2026, all of a sudden in the most weird way, I saw gay men pulling up outside, handing out packages and stuff that was working for Amazon and stuff like that. I actually saw one gay dude pull up in his car and then hand over a package one time. I could tell he was gay by how he was walking. And then they sent me a whole bunch of T-shirts. I told my mom, I don't want to wear them shirts. No, I'm not wearing them shirts. She gave them to my niece. When my niece came here with my when she got dropped off by my auntie Mary Smith, she gave them to my brother's daughter. A whole bunch of T-shirts. That I said I'm not wearing those because they look like gay men T-shirts. They look like see-through nets, fish nets. You know what I'm saying? No disrespect to my niece, but I said those look more so like a woman's shirt. And she gave my niece a whole bunch of T-shirts that I said I'm not wearing. And I asked her in like March or like February 2026, where did $4,000 all of a sudden come from? Told me something about income taxes. I said, are you lying on my image? Are you doing something to my image? Are you making up some lie about me and telling everybody that I'm mentally ill and then building up some GoFundMe somewhere else? This is something that family members of mine has done in the past. Money-hungry family members of mine has done this. Manipulative, narcissistic ladies in my family has done this in the past. I'm not trying to make anybody look bad. I'm just saying. I got framed when I was living in South Carolina. I got framed. I got defamed. It's the best way I can explain it. I ain't expect to be talking this long. So I'm going to say one more time. On October 6th, October 7th, October 8th, all in the year of 2023, I recorded 8 videos talking about a lot of stuff that I've been through in the past. And I specified how I went to this building called Herman Kiefer back in the day, and I tested negative for HIV. I got burnt. I caught an infection from this one lady, but I tested negative for sexually transmitted diseases. So if anybody trying to make it look like that I tested positive for a disease, I am being lied on, I'm being framed, and they purposely hacking my phone to keep me away from being heard because they know it's going to vindicate me and it's going to reveal all the people that's moving in a negative, illegal way, including people that's crooked, that's working on the judicial side.